underrated, and I keep on bringing up this position group because we see what Saquon Barkley is doing. And I know we got to address the offensive line. I know we're going to talk about some other stuff probably on Friday. We're going to talk about the cornerback group and talk about some other groups. But I got to address this running back group again. And the only reason why I'm saying this because I know for a fact I don't want to be stuck with our running back one, and I don't mean this with no disrespect. If we re-sign Aaron Jones, I don't want that, bro. I don't want that. I want to get our guy. I want to get the next, I'm not going to say the next Adrian Peterson. I'm going to say the next great running back in Minnesota Viking history. That's what I want. And in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings should select one of these running backs if they have the opportunity, you know what I mean? If they take care of some of the other needs in free agency, the Minnesota Vikings need to look at these running backs. And I'm going to keep it real. Most likely, Ashton Jeanty from Boise State is not going to fall to us. But for me not to, you know what I mean, I got to still mention him because he is that dude. And I'm actually, I don't know how high he's going to be drafted. Nobody really knows. You know what I mean? Nobody really knows. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Whoever drafts Ashton Jeanty from Boise State, you know what I mean? And this is according to PFF. This is their opinion. This is their ranking. And everybody is entitled to their opinion. I got Ashton Jeanty number one. There's a couple other running backs that I like as well. But this is what they're saying about Ashton Jeanty. And the Minnesota Vikings cannot sleep on this position because we need J.J. McCarthy to have a running game. But this is what they're saying. Dense impact frame for good center of gravity / balance. Natural soft hands in the receiving game. Let me just say that again. Natural soft hands in the receiving game. And that's what we need to use our running backs more. Not just for the running back screen, but have him go out and be a wide receiver sometimes. You know, that's one thing about Aaron Jones that I absolutely love. I said that he has probably one of the best hands at the running back position. I might be wrong because I don't follow all the running backs in the NFL. But I got to see Aaron Jones, and some of the catches that he made were spectacular. And I need a running back that can catch out of the can catch, period. You know what I mean? Becomes a playmaker after the catch. That's another thing. That's one thing about Ashton. After the catch, it's hard to bring this man down. It's very hard to bring this man down. Good luck if you're a corner. Good luck if you're a safety. Shoot. Good luck if you're a linebacker. You know what I mean? Good luck. I'm being real with you. You know what I mean? And he does not shy away from contact. Excellent one-cut vision behind zone blocking. He's patient. He's patient. He lets his blockers do what they got to do, and then he going. He going. He got that breakaway speed. If he gets to the second level, good luck getting Ashton Jeanty. That's how good this man is. Weaknesses, I'm going to just say it. I'm going to say I got to be fair. Overall size makes pass blocking a difficult task, but he is willing to do it. Okay. Vision in man/gap situation is not decisive enough. Whatever. And can sometimes shimmy too much. You can't do too much. You know what I mean? You gotta just go, you know what I mean? You gotta go. When setting a defender up in space. Okay, whatever. He can change that. Now, that's my guy. If he happened to fall to number 24 and Graham and a defensive tackle, the guys that I named isn't available, and we address a lot of the offseason stuff that we needed to address in free agency, and he somehow drops, go get him. Go get him. Don't overthink it. And I'm going to say this. Saquon Barkley. The running back position has arrived. The running back position has never went anywhere, but a lot of people devalue the running back because they think that, you know what I mean? It's a position that gets hurt a lot. It's a position that after the first contract, usually they don't get that second contract because they're kind of, you know what I mean? It's wear and tear. But if he's an all-time great, he's going to get that second contract. Now, depending on how much money, he might be with the Vikings after that first rookie contract or not. But it's one of the most important positions on the offensive side of the ball. I think after the quarterback, the tackles, of course, offensive line, I think the running back is like probably like the fourth most important position. You know what I mean? You got to have your tackles. You got to have your guards and all that. But quarterback, of course. But I feel like I almost want to say the running back position is more important than the wide receiver. And am I crazy for saying that? I hope I'm not crazy for saying that. But I just think about the best friend of a quarterback besides the offensive line is the running back. That's the way I'm thinking. You know what I mean? And if you have that dog at quarterback, he can make a wide receiver look a lot better than they are. You know what I mean? Same, like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying, like, it's rare to get a Patrick Mahomes or a Tom Brady or a Peyton Manning. The list goes on and on. But those dudes made wide receivers, some of them look better than what they really were. You know what I mean? When Randy Moss, I'm just going to go to Randy Moss real quick. When Randy Moss went to the Patriots, that was Tom Brady's best wide receiver he ever had. And look what that great quarterback did with that great wide receiver. You know what I mean? It's just levels to the game. But before that, you know, Tom Brady ain't have no caliber of a wide receiver. He had some decent wide receivers. Wes Welker, he had Branch and all that. He ain't have no superstar wide receiver winning Super Bowls. He had a very good offensive line. He was great himself. He had Corey Dillon. He had always had running backs. He had slot wide receivers like Wes Welker, and he had a dominant defense. And he won multiple Super Bowls. Can I talk that talk?
Talk that talk.
I'm just saying. I'm not devaluing the wide receiver position. But in my opinion, the running backs is where it's at if you could possibly get if you could get a great. You know what I mean? Even when it comes to, I don't even want to talk about the Cowboys, but Emmitt Smith. You know what I mean? They won them Super Bowls because a lot of it because of some of those Super Bowls, I'm going to keep it real. Michael Irvin gets a lot of shine, you know, but I'm telling you that offensive line, they quarterback, and Emmitt Smith was something special as well, even though he did have a great offensive line. I ain't going to hit here and lie. They had a great offensive line. But getting back to this PFF, you know what I mean, ranking the running back. So Omarion Hampton from North Carolina, listen, they got him on the big board at 24. Listen to me, y'all. And I understand what people are going to say. I like Omarion Hampton a lot from North Carolina. Built like an NFL back in measurables, weight, distribution. And I don't understand how they can even, in athleticism. And I'm going to tell you right now, Omarion Hampton is a straight dog. And I think he's RB2 as well. I think he's the second best running back, possibly. Because, hold on, I got to go to this other running back real quick. Caleb Johnson from Iowa. They got him as running back 5. They got him big board rank at 54. Caleb Johnson is another running back that I love a lot. If we could get a Caleb Johnson or a Omarion Hampton, I will be so ecstatic. But let's get back to Omarion Hampton, right? Relishes in the physical aspects of the position, meaning he gonna run you behind over if he has to. He can shimmy you, but he will rather stiff arm you or run you over if he has to. Breakaway speed, in my opinion, wants to erase people in the pass pro. I'm trying to tell you, he's a great pass blocking running back as well. Elite power in his lower half for leg drive through contact. That's his contract. Contact and explosiveness in space. When I tell you that he has explosiveness in space, good luck catching him. He's gone. Just like Ashton Genty, the same thing goes for Omarion Hampton. Same thing goes for Omarion Hampton, right? They said his weaknesses is inconsistent blend of patience and he's hesitant behind the look, he needs to be patient. That's one thing. You got to let your blockers do what they got to do. You got to be patient, but that's developing. He'll be all right. Over eager to get upfield. That's the same thing. At times, could stand to be more patient for his blockers at second level. I literally just said that. Some of the times he gets a little impatient. He just wants to go. You just got to be a little bit patient. You just got to be a little patient. I understand. You want to run somebody over on Omarion Hampton. You got to be a little patient, my brother. But getting to RB3, according to PFF, they got him on the big board. Cameron Scatterbo, Arizona State. I was watching his highlights as well. I like him, but I'm not picking him over Ashton Genty. I'm not picking him over Omarion Hampton, and I'm not picking him over Caleb Johnson. That's just my opinion. Not saying he's not a good running back. I like him, though. Strengths, determined running style, willingness to be physical as a rusher and blocker, slippery to force missed tackles. He does that a lot. Decent vision / feel for blocks in open space, good weight and balance to bounce off tackles. Facts. I've seen that a lot too. Weaknesses, limited long speed. Play speed is below average for the NFL level. We're going to see about that. I can't stand some of what they be saying sometimes. Stiff arm movements when changing direction / slashing. We shall see. Now, let's they didn't say too much about Dylan Sampson from Tennessee, but I'm pretty sure he's a dog. They got him number 4. But getting to Caleb Johnson. Now, I watched some of his highlights. Big board ranked 54. You're looking at him as a 2nd-round pick, maybe a 3rd-round pick. I'm not saying to draft him in the 1st round. But, man, if somehow, some way he does drop in the 3rd round and we have the opportunity to draft a Caleb Johnson, and we miss out on Amarion Hampton and we miss out on Ashton Jeanty in the 2025 NFL draft, Caleb Johnson, to me, could possibly be the best running back in this draft. I know that sounds crazy for me to say that. Just my opinion. I like what this man's, what he does, man. And the only weaknesses that they say about this guy, not much experience at all as a receiver. We gonna see. Off-field urgency can lead to not letting blocks set up, and that's developing and just getting coached by professional coaches. You know what I mean? There's levels to the game when it comes to coaching, but his strengths, right? That's not much of a weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? His strengths, right? Strong north to south runner between the tackles. Oh my goodness. When it comes to explosiveness, I'm gonna read the rest. Really nice burst and top speed for his weight. Has balance to shrug off arm tackles. Man, and that's a fact. Balance, strength, he good vision, especially behind ZBS. Constantly cut in to find open space. He's very hard to bring down. He's something that I don't know. I don't want to compare him to any running back, but I could kind of compare him to Gibbs, maybe. Kind of similar to Gibbs. The best running back I could compare him to is Caleb. It's not Caleb Gibbs. He's Gibbs. So Caleb Johnson to me could possibly mess around and be the best running back in this draft. I understand you got Ashton Jeanty. I understand Amarion Hampton, but a dark horse running back that could be the best in this draft in 2025 is Caleb Johnson from Iowa. And I challenge y'all to look up his highlights and just look him up, man. Watch this man. Special running back. Special running back. And that's all I got to say for the running back position, y'all. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. The 2025 NFL draft is going to be so lit for the Minnesota Vikings. And they have to figure it out at the RB position, because I'm not gonna re-sign Aaron Jones depending on the money. And even if we do re-sign him, I don't want to pay him too much. You know, we got too many holes to pay a running back unless he's a Saquon Barkley caliber. I'm not paying him too much. I'm keeping it real. I'd rather get a running back on a rookie deal, bro. That's all I'm saying. And he could potentially be a all-time great or a very good running back in Minnesota Viking history. We need that. We know Minnesota Viking fans, we love our running backs. We love our running backs. Me specifically, I love my running backs. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Norpheus. What's going on, brother? What's going on? And talking about running backs, y'all know who I like. Adrian Peterson, signed autographed jersey, man. Y'all know how I feel about the running back position. That's why I'm saying we got to make sure we get that established. We have to somehow get that taken care of in this offseason. We have to. We got to make sure J.J. McCarthy has everything he needs to be successful. And a running back is what we need.